happy the fourth one is finally here. And it's the last one for the fourth little bears. Well, two actually, but you know what I mean. It's the last part, so alright guys, so if you like this video, please hit like, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell icon, and let's get rolling. Yay, let's start it! Alright, so all you're gonna do is a little spherical shape, and you cut it to the size of her little snout. And then you're just gonna smooth that out, make sure it's all done, and then you're gonna do the bottom lip. All you're doing is just a circle and you're flattening it out, and you're just pressing it onto there. Just make sure that you don't touch the actual top lip, because then it does that little like divot that we have as our lip too. And then the top is just a tear shape, and all I do is just flatten it out and just put it on there. Now I was going to make her look like her brother, but then it wouldn't be a challenge for me, because since I already did it, I need a challenge. So I decided to make her not have her tongue sticking out like her brother, and I also changed her color scheme as well. So instead of her being a grizzly bear like her brother, she's gonna be a panda. She's still a bear, technically, so I win. And see, I already smoothed it all out. It wasn't gonna work. So again, just roll that piece out, and then you're gonna take off some of that excess. And see, I don't touch the actual bottom lip at all. All I do is just smooth out the rest of it. Alright, and then see, little tear shape, and then you flatten it out, and the big bulky part of the tear shape is what's gonna make the left side of the lip for this little bear. See, and then smooth, and then again another tear shape, flatten it out. And always remember, the big fat part always goes first. And I just needed to fix it a little bit. There we go. And then I just smooth out from the top to the side. There we go. And now I just do the line definition so it doesn't disappear. And it's just very lightly. You're not actually poking through the clay at this time. Alright, and now it's time for the little nose. And all you're doing is just doing a triangle shape. And you're just squishing it and making sure that it's small enough for her little face. Alright, let's put it on there. And all you're doing is just making sure that the top is like flush to it. And then I do the little line that goes on the bottom to their little lip. And then I do the little hole for the nostrils, which is very satisfying. It's just mini circles. And then you're just going to make the little lines so they can actually breathe. And you guys always know that something has to happen in my videos, and this time my camera decided to delete my footage of how the rest of the face goes. But here she is, finished. She looks cute. And let's start doing the actual fur texture. And like I said, it's like the grass, it's like her brother, it's still little circles, and you're going all the way around her head. Just make sure that you don't do the inside of the ears, just the outside. There you go, she's done. And now we're doing the balloon. Now, at first, all I did was just crumple up the aluminum foil and making sure that it's a balloon shape. Then you cover it with the actual clay, and then you just do the little bottom like nibby thing that you blow the air into. At the same time, you're putting it onto the stick. But I noticed that the balloon was a little bit top heavy for just one little piece of wire, so I do take this off and I decided to cut another piece of wire and I just roll it, make sure it's tight enough so that it can actually withstand the weight of the balloon. See, exactly. And then I just put on the balloon and I make the bottom, and of course I lost some footage. But here we go, let's go with the painting. Alright, so all I'm doing is just black, brown, white. And all I'm doing is just mixing that brown into that black so I make this darker brown. And we're just gonna cover the entire bear with this dark brown color, because he turns to be a grizzly bear. They're not white, they're not brown, they're a dark black brown. You're gonna do the entire body. Now you should take as many coats as you need, do small ones and then take breaks in between. But since I was running out of time, I decided to just make one pass of the paint, and he was very goopy and it took him a while to dry. I let him out for 24 hours to dry all the way, so don't pull a Jaja, guys. Make sure that you do as many coats as needed and take your time, okay? You guys aren't being forced to make your videos at a certain time. Well, my goal. So you guys are great. And now all I'm doing is just making sure that I do the black pupils of the eyes, and then I also do little white highlights. And once that's done, I also do the details of the face with the lighter brown, because I noticed that grizzly bears have a lighter complexion on their face and then a darker body. So that's all I'm doing, making sure I fill out his little face. And I pull it back a little bit, but then I decide to kind of darken it with that dark brown that we did. Then I do a dry brush of that one. And then I use that normal brown to just highlight just the front part of the nose. And then I just finish the details of the black mouth and black nose. And then I start doing the little leafy of the apple, and I start pulling it a little bit down the apple, and I start painting the apple red. And then I really don't like that green because it's too flashy on there, so I do change that green to a darker green. And then I like it. Better apple. And then I just use that dark green to get the entire grass. So bye-bye, salmon. Bye-bye. There you go, and now it's time for his sister. And I should have done the white first before the black, but you know what? It's not a challenge for me if I don't do something weird. So I did the black first before the white. And all I did was just do all the details that are supposed to be black on a panda. And then I do the rest white. And I do 2 coats of the white, only because right when I started mixing it with the black around her face and around her chest and her back, the white started turning gray. So, like I said, do white first, then black. It'll save you a lot of trouble. And then I'm just doing the details in black, just making sure that it's flush and that it's lined correctly. There we go. Getting those ears done again. And just making white shine where it's supposed to shine. And then making the black circles around her eyes in the same shape as that picture. Right? And then I wanted to make her eyes pop, so I decided to do blue eyes. You do the darker blue on top, and then the lighter blue on bottom, and then you just pull it all together while it's still wet, so it kind of blends in together. And then just doing the little black details around her mouth, making sure I put white still around it so that it doesn't blend. And just fixing the little white spots that I didn't finish, and a little white surprise. And now let's do the balloon. Now the balloon, I wanted to do like a hue of pink and red, but that didn't look right for me, so I decided to make it all pink and her skirt to be all red, so that I have both of those colors in there. And of course, like I said, my camera loves deleting my stuff, and it did it again, so you didn't get to see how I finished her, but here they are as a grand finale. Look at Jack! Look at him! I need to move the plant a little bit, and work it, work it! There you go, bro, work it! Look at that apple. Look at those ears. Look at that bouquet. And let's get closer so you guys can see the detail on him. Look at that apple. Look at him go. He has so much personality. And oh, work it, girl. Work it, Jill. Work it. Even her balloon is working it. Look at her go. Look at those pretty blue eyes. Get closer, and there you go. She's all done, and they have a word for you guys.
Hi there. Aren't you a lovely morsel of french fries? Well, anyway, if you guys liked the video, please tell us which one did you like the most. Did you like me?
Or did you like me? Well, anyway, if you guys like the video, please hit like, subscribe to her channel, and we will see you